Right there, you're under arrest.
Never! This is political! You're only making it worse!
Right there, you're under arrest.
Leave me alone!
Hands where I can see them. Help, someone help.
That is the reaction back in his gym in Birmingham.
If you've been paying attention the last couple weeks, Ilhan Omar from Minnesota is the subject of multiple investigations. But this one may be the one that sends her home. Let me give you the details.
I sat down with the vice president. And he was talking about fraud. He just finished up his first roundtable meeting about fraud and how to attack it with the entire department, with all the department heads. It was very impressive. Of course, everybody's in favor of this. And I asked about the Somali daycare fraud. And he just straight up jumped right in and said, Stephen Miller's upstairs, and he has proof that Ilhan Omar lied on her immigration forms. We have that paperwork. We know she did this. And now we're looking for how to take action. Can you fill us in? Do you know what's going to happen?
What say you, Tom Homan?
Administration going to go there? The floor is yours.
The whole file is being reviewed. A lot of smart people are on it. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Could you color for us what of the elucidated and many crimes there are that it could be? Because
I cannot get ahead.
There's like a lot of potential things that could have been there.
I can't get ahead of the investigation, but I know that some of this. I know people that are involved in the review, and they're really smart people, and it's in good hands.
So there you go. You heard it from Homan just last night, confirming that Ilhan Omar's citizenship paperwork is being reviewed as we speak. So what are people saying here? Please let this happen. Remove Ilhan Omar from Congress and deport. Agreed, Juanita. While deporting Omar, kicking her out of Congress would be great, if it fails to happen, it'll be another broken promise. I agree with that. I get that these issues are political and they're complicated, but acting like something will happen and never accomplishing it, it's getting tiring. I agree, and that's the challenge to the Trump administration. There's no question about it. This is great news. Get the popcorn. Agree, no comment. Oh, well, here's a good one. Replace Thune. Pass the Save America Act. Yeah, why don't we walk and chew gum? Let's do both. Let's deport Omar and pass the Save America Act. And here's a good one. It's going to lead to our last segment here. J.D. Vance has the proof that Ilhan Omar committed immigration fraud, allegedly. Homan says stay tuned. So what the hell is this parasite still doing in Congress? Deport her, you-know-what, now or shut the F up. Yeah. I'm with you, maybe, Meep. That's a good point. Which leads us to this.
Talk about Ilhan Omar and Tim Walz.
Exactly.
And obviously, Ilhan Omar, the president and the White House have been out saying that she married her brother, that there is immigration fraud going on here. These are deportable denaturalization offenses. Can you give us an update on that?
Yeah, so we actually think that Ilhan Omar definitely committed immigration fraud against the United States of America. And I talked to Stephen Miller about this actually recently. We're trying to look at what the remedies are. That's the thing that we're trying to figure out is what are the legal remedies now that we know that she's committed immigration fraud? How do you go after her? How do you investigate her? How do you actually do the thing? How do you build the case necessary to get some justice for the American people? There's a related issue, Benny, which is she has been at the center of a lot of the worst fraudsters in the Somalian community. So do I know that Ilhan Omar was aware that the Quality Leering Center was defrauding the American people? I'm not certain of it, but we at least need to investigate it, because if people can commit wrongdoing without even the fear that they're going to be found out, that's a fundamental problem. So I'm worried about the immigration fraud. I'm also worried about what did Ilhan Omar know about what was happening in the Somali community, and why was nobody looking into it until, frankly, Donald Trump came along.
So just when you think it couldn't get any worse for Ilhan Omar, well, it just did. J.D. Vance, now Tom Homan, are confirming that there's active discussions at DHS on how to deport Ilhan Omar because she falsified her citizenship paperwork. What are your thoughts? The comments down below are wide open. Curious, do you support taking care of and doing justice and taking care of this issue and sending her back to Somalia? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. And incidentally, our very next story is going to be one that's so related that Ilhan Omar just dissolved her winery that was multiples of millions of dollars on her financial disclosure statement for Congress, while she also just revised her financial statement for Congress from $30 million net worth down to $90,000, saying that it was an accounting error. I have all of the details. It's coming up next in this story, and you will not want to miss it. It's right here.